Hi, welcome back to the channel. So today's look is all about how to apply an eyelash. I'm going to coordinate this with a defined eye and a bold lip, so stay tuned and enjoy. I am going to show you today how to apply a false lash, and I'm going to show you how to apply it with a defined eye and a nude lip. So I'm going to start first with, I've already prepped the lid with the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And we're going to use the Narcissist Loaded palette. I'm still in love with this palette, so you can get this in all House of Fraser doors and the boutique and online right now. So if you've not got one, then go out and get one. The shade I'm going to use first from this palette is the Privilege. So I've been wearing this a lot, and it's like a taupey light shade, and I've been using this a lot as a base colour on the lid. I really like this when I'm wearing my signature defined eyes, because I just feel it's not beige. I'm not really a fan of putting beige on my eyelid. I feel like it sometimes looks a bit too stark, but it's like a really kind of creamy mocha tone. So I'm absolutely loving this. I'm just going to use the, what number brush is this? The number 40 brush. Just to pat that in. And take it right to the brow as well. Whatever's left on the brush, just to even out the skin tone there as well. So that's the base colour. Then I'm going to go in with a velvet eyeliner in Last Frontier. So I always like to line the inside of my eye first when I do a winged eye. If you have a look at my everyday makeup, I'll show you how to create this winged eye on there as well. And the reason I always take it from underneath is because when you take it from underneath, you are more inclined to follow that natural shape that you've got all the way up to the brow, and it just enables you to get a much more angled flick that is a lot more flattering. So I've just drawn the line there, and then I'm going to go back onto the lid, very close to the lash line with the pencil. I only take it halfway across because I really do like my eyes to look really almond, and this kind of eye is really going to suit the lashes that I'm going to use as well. So let's do the same on here. Just pull that liner up. Just imagine a line all the way up to the eyebrow, and then just bring it back onto the lid. So that's where I start when I'm creating my defined eye. Always start with a pencil. Then I'm going to go in with the dark shade in the Narcissist palette. So for Siles, it's like a really nice chocolate, rich, deep brown. And I'm just going to use an angled liner brush and just press that shade on top of Last Frontier. So what the powder will do is it'll just help seal that creamy eye pencil and give you a longer lasting finish. So just on that one as well. And I'm also just going to pop a little bit underneath, just in these outer edges. So you're just kind of extending the brown eyeshadow down and kind of pinching it at the outer edge of the eye. Again, that'll just make the eye look a lot more almond. And then just taking the smudge brush, number is 45. So this is like a really gorgeous kind of rounded, dense brush. And I'm going to use, what colour is this from the NARS palette? This colour is Castile. So it's like a gorgeous kind of ochre shade. I'm just going to use that just underneath. So this is kind of my defined eye. Almost done. The next element that I always add is some gel eyeliner. And these are the eye paints. This is Mesopotamia. It's a dark chocolate brown. Use it with the angled liner brush. And first of all, I go underneath, so I push the gel eyeliner right up into that upper waterline. The reason I do that is because I don't want any of those gaps. And then I just simply go over the top again of what I've already applied. So all these layers are going to give you a really long-lasting and opaque and well-defined eye. Just get the 44 brush, just soften that. Okay. A little bit of the Mesopotamia just over the top of this side. And again, just get the 44 brush and just soften. Oh, used the wrong end. Okay. So that's your defined eye. I've already curled the lashes, and I'm going to apply one coat of the Audacious mascara. So don't put too much on, because we are going to put the lashes on now. So you don't want to put too much on with the risk of clumping the lashes together. Make sure the lashes are nice and fine and separated. So just literally like a lick of mascara is absolutely fine. Great, okay, so that's my defined eye. Now for the lashes. So at NARS we do about 8 pairs of lashes, and they're all really kind of gorgeous and natural. There's nothing too dramatic. So these numbers, you've got the number 3 and the number 1, just some examples of the ones we do. The ones I'm going to use today are actually the number 5s. Number 5s are my favourite, and the reason I love them so much is because they get a little bit fatter towards the end of the eye. You can't really see it there. It's very, very subtle, and they just look incredibly natural and kind of wispy. So when you come in to apply a fake lash, the first thing you want to do is just be really careful when you get them out of the packet, because they're very fine, and you can run the risk of damaging them. So what I do is I just tend to kind of bend the packaging like that, and then I push out from the back and just take the tip of my finger and just really, really gently remove the lash, gripping the lash really, really close to the actual strip, and just gently pull it off like that, okay? Then, what I always do, I mean, I know my eye shape pretty well, so I don't really need to measure as much anymore. But if it's the first time you're applying lashes and you just really want to be sure that you get the right amount of lash on, then just place it right from the corner of the eye and push it inwards to really measure and see if you're going to need to take any off. Now, majority of the time you will need to trim a little bit off, so what you can do is you can just count roughly how many eyelashes you're going to need to cut off. So I'm just counting there, and these are definitely too long for my eye, so I'm probably going to take off about 4 eyelashes with those. I've already prepared a lash earlier, so I've just cut the 4 off, always from the inner corner. So if you have a look at the shape of the lash, and obviously this lash is a little bit fuller towards the outer edge, so I wouldn't want to cut off there because it'd kind of distort the shape. So more often than not, you always need to cut the lash from the inner corner. And then I'm going to use the lash glue. I use the brush on duo just because I find it a lot easier to apply to the lash because the brush is really precise. So take a little bit of that, get your lash on a tweezer, and just run a little bit of the glue, need a little bit more there, just along the edge of the lash. You can, if you want, put the glue on your hand and take it off the back of your hand. It's really up to you. I used to do it like that before I got wind of these brushes, and these just make it so easy to be precise. So do a nice fine layer of glue, and then I am just going to kind of tap off the excess on the back of the hand. Now when it comes to applying your lashes on the eye, this bit is really important, and what you want to do is you want to use a mirror and tilt your head back. So when you tilt the head back, it exposes the whole eyelid, and it makes it really easy for you to position the lash behind your lashes, your own lashes, and just place it as close to the lash line as possible. So you'll notice I'm not kind of doing it like this, I'm tilting it backwards behind the eyelash, and I kind of stick the strip really close to the lash, and then use the end of my tweezers just to run that across the strip. So really, really important to tilt your head back, because then it's almost impossible to see where the fake lashes start and your lashes end. Okay, so that's that lash. Let me just trim off the ends of this one. So always keep scissors handy. These are really cute, they're just from like Muji. Again, just run that glue along the edge of the lash. You can just kind of pay particular attention to the ends, because they're the most key kind of areas where you don't want the eyelash to lift. Just give it a little bit of a fan, and then just take off the excess, and again, looking down into the mirror, position that lash right behind your natural lashes, really close to where the eyelid is, and just position it in place. Try not to blink, I know it's quite difficult. And then just use the tip of the tweezers just to position that into shape. Now this lash glue is really great because, as you can see, it dries clear, so you don't see much of the glue at all really. Great, okay, love them. What do you think? Then I'm going to go back in with the gel eye paint, and I'm going to take the angled brush and I'm going to go back over that line that we've already done earlier. And the reason I want to do that is because I just want to cover any of that strip from the lash, because I want people to think that they are my real lashes after all. So I'm just going to literally go over, and then I'm going to go back underneath again as well, just so it kind of merges the strip and my real lashes together again. Okay, perfect. Now, I'm not going to mascara these lashes. If I'm honest, I always prefer the look of lashes when they're not mascaraed. I think it just helps them look a little bit more natural, and it also helps them blend with your real lashes. What you can do though is you can kind of use your fingers when the lash is adhered to the lid, and just pinch your lash and the fake lash together, and that again will just help them blend together seamlessly. So they feel pretty good. If you trim your lashes to the right length, then you won't get any kind of irritation from them, or you shouldn't. I'm going to show you the lip that I'm wearing with this lash now. So I'm going to go for a bit of a kind of terracotta nude. So this nude is like huge at the minute. I'm going to use Morocco lip liner. So Morocco goes with everything. It's a really nice kind of nude brown lipstick. You can wear a red with this eye as well. Go really classic. But I'm going to go for Jane Audacious Lipstick. So if you've not tried Audacious lipsticks, you really need to. The formula is extremely highly pigmented, creamy, rich. It has a white mushroom extract, which is really brightening. And they just don't dry your lips out at all. Okay, great. So that is a lash application with a defined eye and a little bit of a bold lip. Keep practicing. If you are new to wearing lashes, you really can get there a lot easier if you just use the techniques that I've used there. Hope you've enjoyed and stay tuned for more videos.